Lexus here today. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have to talk about Toyota and Lexus. Let's be honest, it feels it's been one thing after another. Their reputation of bulletproof reliability has been taking some serious hits. Just a few weeks ago, on October 30th, we saw that massive recall of over 1 million Toyota and Lexus vehicles, including my own 2022 Lexus NX, for a backup camera that can freeze or go blank. We've seen other recalls, limited service campaigns, and it's just been a rough stretch. But I want to be very clear, I'm not here to downplay the brand or just pile on. Every single major automaker is dealing with massive safety-related recalls. It feels like we're in a crisis of quality control across the entire industry, especially in 2025. Just look at the headlines. Ford has recalled 300,000 of its new 2025 F-150s, Expeditions, and Navigators for a risk of total brake booster failure. GM is recalling 720,000 of its 6.2-liter V8s in trucks and SUVs for potential engine failure. Stellantis just told nearly 119 Jeep 4xe owners to stop driving their cars and park them outside due to a fire risk. And just in the past week, close to this recall, Honda recalled 406,000 Civics for model year 2016 to 2021 because the wheels could literally fall off. This was due to a manufacturing error on accessory wheels where the lug nut seats weren't installed, which could cause the nuts to loosen and the wheel to detach. So recalls are serious, unfortunate fact of modern car ownership. But the recall we're talking about today is a bit different, and it's a bit disappointing for me too. This is one I was afraid of. If you own a modern Toyota Tundra, a Lexus LX, or the brand new 2024 Lexus GX, you'll need to stop and watch this. On November 6, 2025, Toyota and Lexus announced another massive safety recall. According to the US press release, this recall involves approximately 127,000 Toyota Tundra, Lexus LX, and Lexus GX vehicles from 2022 to 2024, and in Canada it's another 13,364 vehicles. The problem? It's a worst case scenario, and I quote, "There is a possibility that certain machining debris may not have been cleared from the engine when it was produced. This debris can lead to engine knocking, rough running, the engine not starting at all, or a loss of motive power. That's the corporate way of saying your engine could stall while you're driving. At highway speeds, that is a bad thing and it's a life-threatening failure." But here's the real story and why I'm so concerned. This isn't just a new recall, it's a massive expansion of a recall that they've been dealing with for over a year. And it's one that calls into serious question the fix that thousands of owners have already received. If all this sounds familiar, that's because this is the V35A FTS twin-turbo V6 engine that we're talking about, and it's been a problem. Although all throughout 2024 and 2025, Toyota has been dealing with the NHTSA recall 24V381. I have the original dealer letter right here. The recall was for the exact same issue for 2022 to 2023 Tundras, 2022 to 2023 Lexus LX 600. The problem, again, is the machining debris may not have been cleared from the engine. That first recall involved 98,600 Tundras, 4,000 LXs, totaling 102,000 vehicles. And the remedy wasn't a simple software update. It was a complete engine assembly replacement. I remember saying that kudos to Toyota that they're going to completely replace the engine. There's a 110-page technical instruction manual for dealers on how to replace this. It's a massive 13.6-hour job, and it requires a special hoist to get the engine out without removing the entire front of their truck. Owners were put on a phased rollout, waiting for months to get their new engine, all while Toyota assured them that the problem is solved. This massive expansion shows Toyota knew the problem was much bigger. The step-by-step investigation confirms that they are aware of the issue was still happening across their engine factories for months. So you can see here in the timeline, April to August 2025, Toyota saw engine failures happen in trucks outside of the first recall. They started a new investigation that included collecting and reviewing information from both the Tundra and the Alabama engine plants. They recovered failed engines and confirmed number one, main bearing failure was the problem, just like the original recall. And then when we look at September to October, the investigation deepens with data analyzed and physical engine teardowns. And then October 31st, based on the analysis of the contamination data from both plants, Toyota formally decided to announce this huge new safety recall expansion. And on November 6th, it got publicly told to everybody that there is this recall. This timeline confirms Toyota has been seeing constant engine failures across their supply chain for at least 6 months before they told the public about this massive expansion. So to understand the depth of this crisis, you have to look at the difference in how the two primary engine factories handled or failed to handle the problem. So we see here the Alabama plant in US. They monitor the contamination, they use fabric swatches to collect daily information on the debris after the washing process. And then when you look at the Tundra plant in Japan, the same fabric swatch data could not be compiled, so meaning they were not monitoring it. Then when they were finding the problem, Toyota had performed statistical analysis on the swatch data to find a correlation between high debris counts and engine failures. Crucially, Toyota did not publicly disclose the dates when these contamination process improvements were actually made, leaving owners in the dark about their vehicle's build date safety margin. And in Japan, Toyota had relied on physical recovering and tearing down non-failed engines from the field just to find out what size debris was present. And as a result, the analysis show that engines built in the US Alabama plant, built after the first recall, had higher counts of larger debris right up to until the new process improvements were made. And then in Japan, the Tundra plant, analysis of recovered engines confirmed that larger pieces of debris were present in the Tundra-built engines, big enough to cause failures if deposited incorrectly. So what does this all mean? It shows the scale of this crisis. One plant was swimming in statistical data that couldn't initially correlate. The other had almost no internal monitoring data, forcing Toyota to collect cars from the field just to study the dust inside. But the outcome was the same. Engines with dangerous levels of debris were being produced by both facilities. Follow me on Instagram at LSFTvideos. You can see updates on my experience with the NX450H Plus, which may not be shown on any future videos. You can reach out to me via direct messaging if you have any questions on your Lexus. If you like this video, you can provide me feedback in the comments below, like this video, share it with your friends. This definitely will help with the YouTube algorithms. Press the subscribe button and bell icon and get notified when new videos show up. And lastly, if you want to support me further, you can provide me a super thanks, or visit my Amazon storefront before you purchase anything from Amazon, or you can purchase products from the list on the items that I've been using with my vehicle or at home at no extra cost to you. And now let's continue with the video. Now many of you who follow the brand have asked a brilliant question. The Lexus LS500 has been using the exact same V35A FTS engine since 2018 model year. Why isn't this part of this recall? It's a fantastic point. The V35A FTS launched with the LS500 back in 2018, and it's been generally seen reliable. For the first recall, we have seen that the Toyota plant in Alabama, which builds the Tundra engine, and also the Tahara plant in Japan that builds the LX, they both had the same problem. So if the Japanese plant also produced engine with debris, why is the LS500 still not recalled? The answer appears to be in the design and use case of the engine. In the official recall documents, Toyota notes that the LS500 uses different V35A engine configuration with different pressure on the main bearings. Think about it. The Tundra, LX, and GX are body-on-frame trucks and SUVs. They are built to tow and haul, which places extreme and specific pressure on the crankshaft's main bearings. It's this high load pressure that grinds the machine debris into bearings, causing them to fail. The LS500 is a luxury sedan, and it's not designed to tow 8,000 pounds. Even it has the same debris, its different internal configuration and low stress life means that the debris isn't causing the same catastrophic failure. So if you're an LS500 owner, you can breathe a sign of relief. For everybody else, the news is not good. You may also ask, why are the hybrids not recalled? And I think they are very similar situation where the hybrid engines are designed to run at this most efficient area. So the strain on the engines are not as strong as gas-only vehicles. So that's probably the reason why hybrids are not recalled, but they also said that if the gas engine was to stop, the hybrid system will allow the car to still continue to go and slowly slow down so that you can maneuver away from traffic, so that your car can still get out of the way. So we do not know if these hybrids will be recalled in the future, but at this point, they are not. And here is the most important part of the video. This is the danger zone for those 45,000 owners who got a new engine. We know as of October, 44,958 engines were replaced under the first recall. And based on when you look at the timeline, the metal debris problem continued after the first recall period and before Toyota implemented the final robust fix, a new, stronger engine part. So crucially, those 45,000 replaced engines were installed during the exact time frame where Toyota was investigating, confirming that the factories were still struggling with contamination. So this is the bombshell. Is it very likely that if you receive a replacement engine, you're driving an engine built with contaminated parts? There's no way for us to confirm this, and Toyota has not said anything about it. Toyota drops this new recall for the exact same problem, but when you look at the press release, Toyota says they're currently developing a remedy for this issue. They're not just replacing engines anymore. They're waiting for a final, stronger engine part they mentioned in their investigation documents. This means it's highly likely that those of the 45,000 owners who receive a replacement engine, you're driving a contaminated engine that needs to be checked and potentially replaced again with the final fixed version. This is a mess, and it leaves owner in three different, very confused groups. The first group, owners from the first recall who already had their engine replaced. You need to watch your vehicle very carefully. Call your dealer and ask if the replacement engine is now part of this new action as well. Group 2, owners of the first recall who are waiting for their new engines. You're part of a phased rollout. Your wait is now longer. You're waiting for the real final fix. And then the third group are the owners of the newly recalled vehicles, the 2024s, Tundra, LX, GXs. You have a dangerous problem. What do you do now? Most likely you've already got notice on your Toyota or Lexus app. You need to know the symptoms. If you have engine knocking or it runs rough or it shuts down, pull over. Get a tow truck, Toyota mentions reimbursement for towing, do not risk driving a failed engine. And then demand answers. This is a huge issue. Ask your dealer and Toyota corporate when the actual remedy is available. The fact that this problem was confirmed across both US and Japan factories for 6 months while thousands of replacement engines were being shipped in a massive failure. The V35A FTS is Toyota's flagship truck engine. It is failing in huge numbers as well. My biggest concern right now is for those 45,000 people who trust the recall process only to learn that their fix might be temporary. This is a massive black eye for Toyota's legendary reliability. I will follow this story very closely. Let me know in the comments below if your vehicle is one of them. Stay safe out there. I'll post updates as soon as I have them. I hope that you found that this video was informative, and until next video, drive safely. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please comment, like, share this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can provide me a super thanks. And until next time, cheers.